Yo, what is up, guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, Lawrence Okolie defeats Michal Cieslak by a unanimous decision to retain his WBO cruiserweight title. Where do I even start with this fight? First and foremost, it was an absolute abortion of a fight. Terrible from start to finish, mauling, holding, not many clean exchanges, not many clean punches, a pretty shit fight, quite frankly. Ultimately, if I wanted to see two guys hug for 36 minutes, I'd watch gay porn. It was a terrible fight, awful fight from start to finish. So yeah, Okolie wins the fight by unanimous decision, and I felt he won the fight in regards to clean punches, etc. First round, he actually buzzed Michal Cieslak. He caught Cieslak with a right hand, but the problem was he hurt Cieslak, and then Okolie basically fell into the punch. He smothered Cieslak and bowled him to the floor, basically enabling Cieslak to recover. In round 5, Lawrence Okolie actually dropped Michal Cieslak. He threw a jab followed by a looping right hand. The right hand caught Cieslak on the side of the head near the ear area, and it dropped Cieslak. So round 5 was a 10-8 round for Lawrence Okolie. Round 10, I felt Okolie did some pretty clean punching, caught Michal Cieslak with a really nice 1-2, bang on the chin, and he was taking a half step back in round 10 and actually landing some good right hands. But you know, apart from that, the clean punching in this fight was really few and far in between. Constantly, Lawrence Okolie would shoot, miss, fall into the clinch, or just basically lead with the clinch. And as a result, it made the fight very messy. Michal Cieslak, as a result, was resorting to trying to punch in the clinch, most of which wasn't clean, so he then resorted to rabbit punching. I mean, the fight was extremely messy. Lawrence Okolie, in my opinion, committed the initial fouls in this fight. He was the guy who was initiating the clinch. He was the guy falling short with his shots falling into the clinch. And again, at times, well, on many occasions, he was basically just leading with clinches. And I wonder, why does nobody train for an uppercut when they fight Lawrence Okolie? Not only does he fall short with his right hand on several occasions, but the guy leads with a fucking clinch. Why? Michal Cieslak, I don't think he threw one uppercut in this fight. Didn't throw one. I mean, I get that Okolie's style is foully, it is cheating, let's be honest about it, but like, at least you know what you're going to get yourself in for when you fight Lawrence Okolie in the UK. He's going to get away with everything. At least try and train to combat that. An uppercut would have been beneficial for Michal Cieslak, but he didn't throw one. I mean, I'm not going to go through round by round in this fight, but to me this fight was absolutely awful. I mean, there has to be, in my opinion at least, there has to be a concise effort for those involved in boxing to really combat excessive clinching, because this was an eyesore. This was not good for the sport of boxing. I mean, if you're a casual fan and you watch that shit, that's going to turn you right off. Awful fight, awful tactics. That's not boxing. I'm sorry, that's not fucking boxing. Hugging somebody for dear life for 12 rounds, falling short, hugging, leading with clinches. That's not boxing. That's not boxing. And it's a shame because, in my opinion, under Shane McGuigan, Lawrence Okolie, in his previous couple of fights, he's been managing the distance a lot better, not relying on clinches so much, finding space for his long-range punching, and he's been scoring good knockouts as a result. But this fight, he just resorted back to type, and the referee did nothing about it. No points, he had a couple of warnings, and that was really it. The commentary team on DAZN as well were shocking. They were talking about Cieslak rabbit punching in the clinch. Cool, that's illegal. But who was initiating those clinches? 9 times out of 10, 19 times out of 20, it was Okolie. And as strong as Okolie is, as gangly as he is, what choice does Cieslak have? Again, I understand clinching in boxing, you know. Sometimes you will fall short, you fall into a clinch, it is what it is. Sometimes you'll get hurt, you'll clinch, try and survive, it is what it is. Sometimes that shit happens, but when it's a part of your game to try and stifle an opponent, that's when it becomes too much. Because that's cheat. Let's be honest, it's against the rules, it's cheating. We always moan about bad decisions in boxing, we always moan about PEDs, but when it comes to cheating in the ring, nobody really says anything about it. But that's what Lawrence Okolie did. You know, his game in this fight largely resorted around illegal tactics. That's the truth. And if you watch that fight, you would agree. If you disagree, you're a liar. It's that simple. Well, you know, Lawrence Okolie's at home. It is what it is. No. But it's a terrible look for the sport. Terrible look for the sport. Horrible performance by Lawrence Okolie. He resorted to fouling from round 1 to round 12. Michal Cieslak, yeah, he was getting fouled all fight, but again, not much better. There was no real adjustments. There was no sign of impetus from Michal Cieslak. No uppercuts. You know, I mean, again, where was the uppercut, man? Where was the uppercut? Awful fight, man. Awful fight. And again, it's a shame. It was actually quite a good card until this point. On the undercard, by the way, Jordan Gill fought Karim Gurfi in a European title fight. One of the best European title fights I've seen in recent years. Jordan Gill went down. He started well, Jordan Gill. Then he got dropped. Then he was getting beaten up. It looked like he was going to get stopped. His eye was fucked. And then all of a sudden he pulled out a great KO out of nowhere. Brilliant fight. Even the Fowler Masiek fight was pretty good. But this main event was absolutely awful. An abomination of a main event. An abomination of a title fight. And disgraceful as far as I'm concerned. Nobody can say they enjoyed that shit. I know there's gonna be guys simping and shilling. Oh well, he did what he had to do. No, that was too much. Awful. And yeah, I've been impressed with Okolie under Shane McGuigan, but this was awful. I mean, I can't give you a detailed round by round. I'm just pissed I wasted my fucking Sunday evening before the working week watching that shit. I mean, come on, man. I've got to work all week now, and I've wasted my Sunday evening watching two grown men hug each other for 12 rounds. You know, giving each other love taps in the clinch. Again, if I was into that, I'd probably go on Pornhub, but I'm not. That's not boxing. That's not sport. That's not fighting. That's trash. Garbage fight from start to finish. Referee, awful. Okolie, awful. Cieslak, again, too submissive, awful. No adjustments, awful. Shit fight, start to finish. A shit advertisement for British boxing, for boxing in general. What can I say? Shit, absolute shit from top to bottom. An abortion of a fight. Bro, awful. Share your thoughts below. Peace.